Certainly.
So I'm going to call to order the July 1st, 2024 Manager City Council meeting. Flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
roll call
Councilor Eater,
here.
Councilor Astoria,
Here.
Councilor Donahue. Here. Councilor Ott,
Here.
Councilor Hooper,
Here.
Councilor Battle,
Here.
Mayor Ott, Mayor Wall. Good thing he wasn't here, I was looking at you too. Mayor Wall is absent.
Do we have any presentations, guests, or announcements?
I do not.
Any appearance of interested citizens?
Nope, I didn't receive anybody, emails, nobody asked.
Okay, any correspondence?
No.
Well, we're gonna be done at 10 after. Review accounts payable. So we will start with Counselor Astorga. Counselor Powell?
I had a couple quick questions. So one of the solar speed fund, I'm just curious how many we got.
Four.
Over
Wait a minute. Don't free. Three. It's way up front, Alan.
and then
I wanted.
you wanted four, okay. And then the other questions I had were the same question on the MTDs and the replacement radar. Is that single units or is that multiple units?
So I was able to talk with the supplier. We talked about a demo LiDAR,
Okay.
which is absolute brand new technology. We got to do on it. Then I've got 1, 2, 3. I think it's 3 more mounted units in the park. I'm still waiting for them to be delivered.
Other question was, how can we buy ammo? Cause we bought a lot of ammo last month.
We buy ammo to make sure that we've got at least 2 years worth on hand. So anytime we go to the range and we expend a lot of rounds, we're gonna be buying a bunch of ammo. We sent Roy Harrell to a rifle instructor and Ben. And so he went through, I think, about 1,500 rounds, 1,000 rifle and 500 in something. So we needed to make sure that we had enough, because when I walked in the door, we hardly had any, and it was a terrible situation. And with ammo prices being pretty unpredictable, buying when we have the money and prices down, that's what I've been doing.
All right, that's it. I'll save my last question for later.
Counselor Hopper.
You start over there. Joe always asks my question. I wanted to know if we got 4 of them, or if it was. Okay, perfect.
Okay, we're gonna move on to consent agenda. Approved city council minute meetings, June 3rd, 2024. Anybody have any questions?
Hopefully you said that the voting record was updated accordingly.
Yes, that's correct. My error that I had in there.
Any other questions? not, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Second. Motion made by Counselor Powell and seconded by Counselor Hofer. Colby,
Counselor Fowler,
Aye.
Counselor Eater,
aye.
Counselor Hooper.
Aye.
Counselor Astoria,
Aye.
Counselor Donovan.
Aye.
Counselor Hopper,
Hi.
Mayor Wall is absent.
A unfinished business, gifts to be sent to Sister City. Let's
So-
do Tara.
Yes, we originally talked about this, I think, sometime last winter, maybe fall.
Maybe 2 years ago.
It was a while ago. I am now 6 weeks away. So if we want to do anything serious that takes time to order, I need direction today on what the council wants to officially send to the municipality of Engelberg, Switzerland. You have a confused look on your face.
I had a suggestion. I don't know how many things you're thinking of sending, but why would you got like a mug from Oktoberfest or a Stein?
Oh, perfect. See, like I'm here for ideas. So I will be taking a empty suitcase full of whatever we want to take. It doesn't have to be full, but that will be space. And then I plan to fill it, bringing stuff home. So far I have nothing from anybody except for some beer from the Abbey.
Well, that's important.
I think so. But, so I think that's great, your suggestion of a beer stein. From Oktoberfest. I would like to do a framed photo of the council that's sending this gift to hang on their wall, whether we do it as a plaque. Where we can then take a picture of them with their plaque or their gift or whatever, and then we can each have a matching plaque with 2 photos on it. There is this book of Mount Angel we can take. There's a book from the Abbey, a history book from the Abbey. We can do a logo pin, a plaque, like I said, commemorating, it's been over 20 years. So the city officially adopted this in 2002. The sister city relationship. So it's commemorating 20 years. We could make up an ornament, we could do local honey, we could do more of a regional gift, like something from the Willamette Valley Pie, shelf stable food, flower seeds, I don't know. So I'm just like throwing things up in the air, seeing what sticks.
No.
Throw in some onions.
Dried onions.
I'm wondering if all this stuff is gonna survive the trip
What about him?
here and.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
buildings, yeah.
You tell me what you want to say.
Berry something, hazelnut something.
As long as they're gonna get the customs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it couldn't be
Or-
raw hazelnut, so it'd have to be a hazelnut product, but. Yeah, you can't take agricultural stuff.
How's about some of Mount Angel's finest water? We sell it to them tomorrow.
We could. But do you all like the beer stein from Oktoberfest?
Yeah.
Do we want to do, so, how do I do this? There's 2 entities that I believe are kind of like the city of Mount Angel. We have the municipality and we have the Abbey, and so do they. And we were invited to their centennial celebration from both of those entities. So do we bring a mug for each? Do we just, okay,
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
anything else? Do you like the plaque idea
Like,
with a photo?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll probably take a picture next council meeting, so remember that, you don't wanna
Everybody dress up.
Bath Farm outfit on. Okay, so,
You mentioned some honey. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
okay,
You gotta keep it under 50 pounds. £60?
whatever, I figured if something costs me a little extra, I mean, if that's what the city wants to do, I don't think the city will have a problem. History book or no, I can send this
Yeah.
to
Yes.
Yes.
history book,
Pair of-
huh?
Yeah, pair of them, then, like you said, the Abbey stuff, but it's.
Okay, try to get the history book from the Abbey. Okay. Okay. And then a plaque, I think that's pretty good. Cool. Thank you.
We see about cost and 10 minutes.
Yeah, those pins, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're going to move on to new business, repeal homestay lodging regulations. Taking that, Mark?
Actually, this is pretty much the Tara show, so.
Oh, okay.
This was a management decision. I may have thrown out the idea, but we were all on board. This was, as I said in the cap, kind of a project from a previous manager, who thought this would be a very economic driven proposal, but we just haven't seen any revenue and the amount of work that staff have to do to carry the program for what it is beyond worth it. So we're asking to repeal this section of code. And like I said, it's not that these people aren't covered and that they go into some no man's land. They are covered under the business license regulations and transient lodging tax, so.
This is just, like Tara said, this is just a program that's just really unmanageable. It's got some requirements for us to actually go in and do inspections and a variety of other things. And the staff time alone. We'll never see any of the staff time. And it's a creation of my predecessor. And it's just one more thing that I'd like to get off the books, that we would like to get off the books.
Yeah, and somebody stopped this program because they were tired of the oversight that was required.
You're like, oh, really?
That's just not worth it.
So any discussion?
So I actually took the time to print out that chapter 119. And I just want to make sure. I understand we don't want the program, I just want to make sure, because there's like a handful of like safety things and stuff like that in here. You're saying that's all picked up somewhere else, basically.
Well, not the safety thing, but like, just like any other Airbnb, like, they go off of reviews, like, if you don't feel comfortable staying there and the reviews are bad, like, that's handled by, like, even as a city, we wouldn't go into a hotel and do inspections, right?
Okay.
Like,
We're not in that business.
yeah,
Got it.
The only people in this town that do inspections are people at the fire department.
Got it. Well, another thing too, that I was reading it is like full Airbnbs or like VRBOs, whichever one does the whole house, like they don't even fall under this anyways. This is literally owner occupied
right.
Yeah, this
parcels.
was a niche program made for a very niche person, put in a very eclectic community.
Got it.
It would probably work in Portland, but not in Mount Angel.
No,
As
that
we
was,
found out.
Yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to look at it and make sure we didn't accidentally throw anything
Actually, it sounds.
important out with it. And the answer is no, we're not. So I'm good. And I'm impressed that when you print our code, somehow it magically puts City of Mount Angel and the date that you printed, so you know how old the document you're looking at when they come into City Hall and complain, so.
Thank our consultant for that one. They do all.
Any more discussion? I will entertain a motion.
I move to hold the first reading of ordinance 777.
Second.
Motion was made by Counselor Astorga and seconded by Counselor Ott. Roll call.
Counselor
Aye.
Counselor Powell,
Aye.
Counselor Eater,
Aye.
Counselor Hooper. Aye. Counselor Astorga,
Aye.
Counselor Donahue. Aye. Mayor Wall is absent.
Did they actually have to do this?
They have to read it.
It's been a while, but yes, I think we have to retitle, just title.
You talking the bold below, the bold above?
Just where on the top of the page where there's.
An ordinance
the ordinance
relating?
Number and the title.
An ordinance relating to homestay regulations, removing chapter 119 from the Manitowoc Municipal Code. Am I good? And when we do on the second reading? Next month?
Since it's not an emergency, yes, it'll be the next.
Okay, we'll go to 10B, the fee schedule correction. Tara,
Yes, so last month I presented a fee schedule where the rates were not correct for outside city limits. I thought I could do an easier fix, but legally we have to bring it to you again. And then since you approved the removal of ordinance related to chapter 119, I am striking those fees as well this time. So I corrected the outside city limits rates for water. And then I added striking the fees for the homestay lodging program. There are no other changes from last month.
well, what have you done if that would have failed?
I still want to ask to remove the fees.
Any discussion on the fee schedule correction? If not, I will entertain a motion. I can't do it.
I move to approve the attached resolution adopting a master fee schedule for services provided by the city of Mount Airy.
I'll second.
Motion is made by Counselor Fowl and second by Counselor Storka. Colby,
Counselor Donahue. Aye. Counselor Hot,
Aye.
Counselor Powell.
Aye.
Counselor Eater,
aye.
Counselor Hooper. Aye. Counselor Astorga,
Aye.
Mayor Wall is absent.
Okay, we'll move on to 10C, transfer from general fund to enterprise fund. Karen,
Yes, I discovered a mistake in our payroll system. Been there for a long time. And to make sure that we record this properly, since Public Works payroll is funded through transfers from the street, storm, sewer and water, those funds need to go back. And since prior years have been audited and closed, the only way to do that is through a transfer in the current fiscal year. So I'm requesting to transfer $186,000, $730. You know what I mean? Back to the various funds.
any discussion?
Will this happen again in the future?
It could easily happen but it's pretty rare that one person is transferring from one department to another, but yes. It can happen.
And this is the full amount from November 17th through
Through
June of 23.
June of 22, because we found it, you're right, 23. Because we fixed it in the 23-24 year, because we were still in it. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? I will entertain a motion.
I move to approve resolution 1593. Transferring money from the general fund to the enterprise funds.
Second.
Motion made by Counselor Scarga, seconded by Counselor Ott. Colby?
Counselor Escobedo,
Aye.
Counselor Donahue. Aye. Counselor Hawk,
Aye.
Counselor Fowl.
Aye.
Counselor Eater,
Aye.
Counselor Ofer. Aye. Mayor Wall is next.
Item 10D, pro tem judge interviews dates. Tara?
Yes, we hired, at the same time we hired Judge Lori Kukulis, we signed on 2 judges to be pro tem, which is judges who will step in the current judge's place in case they're sick or on vacation. In the, I don't know, if that was in 2015 approximately, or 16. We never needed those judges, and so they kind of quietly just disappeared. We reached out to one, because our pro tem agreement didn't have an expiration date. And if she wanted an end term date, and she did, and she wanted it for 2 years, and that has now passed. So we need to appoint a new pro tem judge in case Lori can't make it. So we will start the process, but we want to be able to, in advertising for that process, say when potential interviews could be. So I'm here asking, do you want to do interviews before a regular council meeting? In August or September, or as a separate meeting in one of those months? What's the preference here?
I would say as short as our meetings are, we could put it in before.
So start it at 7 or start at like 6:30?
How long is it gonna take to get through? Gonna take a half an hour?
I guess it depends on how you want to do it. I don't know the level of interest we're gonna get. Maybe 3 to 5 is what I kind of expect to get letters of interest. So if you wanted to do a group interview, it would go a lot faster. If you wanted to do them individually, maybe an hour. You schedule 15 minutes each.
So they're gonna physically come in to be interviewed, correct? Or Zoom?
Yeah, one of the two.
Zoom?
Two.
Is this a regular session or is it executive?
Last time we called it a work session. Yeah,
Fine stacking them just for
Yeah.
one evening to have been occupied.
So do you limit it to a certain amount? What happens if you have 8 that wanna do it?
I think I would just reach out to you guys and say, what do you want to do? Do you want to narrow them down? Do you want us to narrow them down and present handful? I mean, I think I would bring that to you.
Down to 3 or something?
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
And do you want to do it in August or September?
August?
So I think we'll just start at 6:30. Our regular session may run a little later depending on how many, but.
Sure.
Okay. August at 6:30, thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to item 11, city manager's report.
Thank you. So in my weekly update, I mentioned the fact that I attended the USCC MA, which is the Oregon City County Managers Association Conference in Hood River last week. It's pretty cool. I confirm I am the anomaly. There's only one guy or one gal doing dual roles, and we can tell them to stay. That's bad because it actually works better than single managers in certain locations. So, I was asked to present, on Tuesday. I was a part of a panel, and it was made up of Public Works Director, folks from different departments from different cities across the state. And we were basically there telling city managers need to do to make a harmonious group out of leaders that they are supervising. And there was questions that each of us had sent out to our respective peers. There was probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 police chiefs that responded to the survey that I put out, which is pretty amazing since there's 150 police agencies in the state. Not county sheriff's offices, but it was a great response. And so I was able to talk to them about what chiefs thought about city managers and what they need to do when they come into an organization, but what they need to do just to keep things rolling along. And it was well received. Of course, when you're presenting, people are wanting to get out of the room and not wanting to ask a lot of questions. But after my presentation was done, for the next couple of days, I was taken aside and asked a lot of questions. So it was pretty darn cool. We are currently working on quotes for the fencing at Ebner Park, along with a quote for an electronic gate at Public Works. So that we can lock down Public Works a little bit better. Oktoberfest is beginning. We have begun signing up officers for our OPES schedules this year. And we are moving ahead with the cadets and getting everything ready. And I should mention, and I think I've said this before, just as soon as I say I'm at full staffing, I'm not. So I'm about to lose one officer, likely to Jervis. And the reason is hours and pay. He wants to work day shift, he wants to work 8 AM till 4 PM, and he wants to make $7 an hour more, however much it is. And so and he's gonna have a take-home car and so. But we'll see. And just so that you guys all know, this week begins one of my off weeks, as the St. Paul Rodeo begins tomorrow. And I'm kind of waffle back and forth between the guy who's in charge of the whole shooting match with the fire department or being the rodeo medic. So I actually get to be in charge of the whole shooting match tomorrow night. All my good buddy, the assistant chief, your buddy, has a night with his family. So not such a bad thing, but it is what it is. I'll be on my phone. I'll be just phone call away. There's plenty of us working actually at the rodeo this year. So if something goes down, I can be back here. I will be here for the parade on the morning before. And as soon as the parade's over, we're gonna jam back to St. Paul. Participate in the matinee if I can get back with it. The 3rd and 4th weeks of this month, I will be gone to the FBI National Academy Conference in Kansas City. And then I plan on just doing a little light travel to have some ethanol therapy. That's what's going on with me.
Thank you, Mark. Any counselors have anything to share tonight? We're gonna start with Matt.
And my favorite topic, curb painting. Fire department in front of, are we gonna do the whole stretch of Monroe? Because after we talked about it last time, a couple of times I've driven down that street, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of things parked.
Yeah,
Across from the fire station,
yeah,
in front of, or where people turn into the bank, which doesn't allow people to turn into the bank.
Yeah.
Is that gonna happen soon?
it'll happen as those signs come in and red paint and
Okay,
we coordinate the time along, clean and do what we need to do to make sure that everything adheres. Yeah, there's. As we've discussed before with other ordinances
yeah,
and other situations, there's some game plan. He's not, the guy who owns those vehicles that are parked out there, is not happy with me, he's not happy with fire department, he's not happy with anybody.
Mm.
So he's gonna push the envelope as much as he possibly can. But I've already explained to him what happens very, very shortly, as soon as it all gets signed and striped.
Will he just relocate him somewhere else?
He will. Yeah, he's already trying on North Main in front of the house.
But okay, yeah,
Anything else?
no, that's it.
Councilor Over.
Is the button in the truck working or the knob, shift knob in the truck working?
So far,
I'm lost. You're gonna enlighten us?
Well, isn't that, the transmission was, the
Yeah.
transmission is pickup,
Oh,
police pickup, it's not, you would turn it, not shift into gear for a while, so.
you're good to go now?
or as I know, I'm gonna drive until it breaks.
Again?
This time I'll need a tow truck.
Councilor Powell.
Yes, got a couple. So when we do the fences for Ebner, we're also gonna repair the lights and do the bases, correct? We're gonna be able to do that?
Well, the lights work.
Okay. I know many lights do work. I just wanna make sure we have enough of them that are working. And then, I've had a group express, I wouldn't say eagerness, but willingness, if we were to get like dirt delivered to come help us edge and redress that infield. From a local family that is a large enough family that I think could crew that pretty well. So that's fantastic, we get that done. And then honestly, the only other thing I think I wanna bring up this month, and maybe stop me if I'm not supposed to talk about it, but I noticed that, in the expenditure reports, there are liens filed, for one of the local businesses. Is that relating to previous disagreements on billing rates, or is that something? So there is an issue percolating based on that previous conversation.
It continues to move. She makes decisions about paying as much as she decides to pay. And then remains with an unpaid balance. And because we have an unpaid balance, the best way that I can figure that we would be able to handle that is by attaching a lien to the property. Because I have a moral problem with turning off water for all those people.
Understandable.
Now, if the council tells me to turn the water off because this person hasn't paid the water bill and the amount of,
Last time I looked, it was what, 70-some thousand dollars?
then I will turn the water off. But I'll just tell you that I think I have a bit of a little bit of a wall. to Put all those people in a situation that they don't have any control.
My own personal curiosity would just be if there's any other motivation that we can make, because my concern is if they get too far in the rear, they'll be in a hole that they can't dig out of for some time, so.
You're exactly right. And that's not a property that I want to own.
That answers my question, thank you.
Well,
And this piece of property is east of town.
it's on the east side of town.
Okay.
I think I can just,
Yeah, we can say it,
it's the towers.
it's.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Nobody else is gonna rack up $77,000 in water bill, I didn't think.
Well, it's sewer, actually.
It's sewer bill.
Okay.
It's been silent. I mean, she was upset. She wanted to know what she could do. I told her she can hire an engineer and they can do a study and come to you with it's supposed to be reputable information as to why her bill should be different, and she never went anywhere with that, so.
So the ball virtually is in water.
I did wait the conversation. I saw it on the expenditure report and I wanted to see if those two things were related.
That's it.
Thank you much.
Well,
Councilor Storga?
Not much other than I finally found, it wasn't in a charter, it was in resolution. It was passed in May of 23. Where it does state that upon clear evidence that the function that is to the benefit of the community at large. that the city manager reserves the right to waive all or part of fees as listed in this resolution. So just giving you that,
You
you
have
asked me to find it for you.
you have a resolution number?
Yeah, hold on a second. I just figured it out. 1571.
Okay.
That was requested of June 5th of 23.
What were the fees
It was
in that resolution?
updating the rules of rental of city-owned facilities. That was the subject.
Well, thank you.
And I've had nothing but positive feedback. Water. My parents asked them about their water system. Haven't had any issues. The first couple weeks, it was, they just did the filter switch out and that was it. And ever since then, I haven't had an issue. So, yep,
Thank you for that feedback.
yep. Tastes great, Al. Everyone says it tastes like Silverton water, so I don't know if that's good or bad, but I like Silverton's water, yeah.
Are you expecting a mayor's report?
Well, yeah.
Okay, what I'm gonna say, you don't have to write, because I determined tonight that running a council meeting, that it's just a piece of cake, and I'm gonna throw my name in the hat. Not.
Say you got only $200 for dinners.
Piece of cake. Anything else? We're gonna adjourn the meeting.
Oh.
Thank you, John.
Pardon me?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.